Hello, guys. I hope you're having a good day today. And I enjoyed hearing some more book reports. And I look forward to finishing those up today. Getting into our grammar. If you will take your grammar book and open it up to page 329, we're going to talk about improving your writing style. What are some things that we can do to help our writing to kind of take it to that next level now that we're getting older? You're almost in 10th grade. If you can believe that, the year is almost over. And so we want our writing to start sounding like high school writings. We're going to go through a few things that will help your writing style over the next couple days here. So if you will take your grammar book, open up to page 329, and we're going to do our first lesson on improving our writing style. The first thing we want to talk about is a choppy style. We're going to talk over the next couple days about how to correct like a choppy style, a stringy style. There's also a monotonous style. So we want to correct those things. So how can we get rid of a choppy style? The choppy style is when your writing sounds like, something that a third grader or a fifth grader would write with just a bunch of simple sentences all in a row. We want to get away from that now. We want to have a more mature writing style. So the first thing we can do to get rid of a choppy style is to combine simple sentences into a complex sentence by using either an adjective clause or an adverb clause. Remember, adjective clauses are introduced by relative pronouns who, whose, whom, which, that. Adverb clauses, remember, are introduced by subordinating conjunctions. That's your list of words like after, although, because, since, when. So turn one of your simple sentences into an adjective or adverb clause. So let's look at the first example. George Hansen was elected class president. He is friendly to everyone. Now, grammatically, there is nothing wrong with those sentences. It's just not the best writing style because it's very short and choppy. So let's combine them. George Hansen, who is friendly to everyone, was elected class president. You see your signal word right there, your relative pronoun. So we have this adjective clause, who is friendly to everyone, describing George Hansen, and it puts those two sentences together to make a much better style. Let's look at the second one. Frank was late. He missed the bus. Well, let's put those together. Make one of them an adverb clause, so use a subordinating conjunction. Because Frank was late, he missed the bus. Right? Just sounds better and it flows better. Okay, so that's the first thing that we can do is making an adjective or an adverb clause. All right, the second thing we can do is combine our simple sentences into a sentence that has an appositive phrase or a participial phrase. So let's look at our example. The first example, we're going to make it a positive. Queen Victoria was the Queen of England. She reigned for 63 years. Again, nothing grammatically wrong with that, but we can get rid of the choppiness by combining those sentences together using in a positive. Queen Victoria, Queen of England, reigned for 63 years. Okay? All right, now let's try one turning it into a participial phrase. So let's look at the next one. The Mackinac Bridge was completed in 1957. It was designed by David Steinman. All right, again, nothing grammatically wrong. It's just a choppy style. So let's correct it. Let's use a participial phrase. So the Mackinac Bridge, completed in 1957, was designed by David Steinman. Completed is my participle, right? It's an adjective describing the bridge. Completed in 1957. Okay, so that's the second way. Let's look at the third one. You can correct a choppy style by combining your simple sentences into a sentence that has compound parts. Use compound subjects, compound verbs, compound direct objects, compound predicate nominatives, all right? Instead of having a string just choppy sentences. So let's look at our example. The cook seemed weary. The butler also seemed weary. Okay, let's just make a compound subject there and put those two sentences together. The cook and the butler seemed weary. You see my picture of the cook and the butler there. Do you know what show that cook and butler is from? If you do, send me a message if you know who that is from. I know there are some of you that would know. All right, and then the next sentence, we're going to make compound objects. They put away the paste. They put away the scissors. They put away the stencils. Let's just put those all together. They put away the paste, scissors, and stencils. All right. Gets rid of that choppy style so we don't sound like we're writing like a fifth grader. Okay, now take your book. We're going to practice. Look at exercise A. Number 1. Evelyn graduated from college. She got a job teaching kindergarten. Okay, Well, let's use a subordinating conjunction there at the beginning of the sentence. How could we combine those? What would you put at the beginning? Did you say after? You could say after Evelyn graduated from college, she got a job teaching kindergarten. I hope that's what you did. All right. Number 2. Henry Wallace served as Franklin Roosevelt's vice president from 1941 to 1945. Wallace ran for president in 1948. Okay. What are you going to do for this? Henry Wallace, comma. Now, what did you do? Okay. Did you make an adjective clause? Who served as Franklin Roosevelt's vice president from 1941 to 1945, comma, ran for president in 1948. I hope that's what you did. Number 3, what are you going to do? The door of the microwave oven may be opened accidentally. The oven will then automatically shut itself off. Let me give you a hint. You're going to make an adverb clause. So you're going to put a subordinating conjunction at the beginning. What one did you choose? Okay. Did you say if? If the door of the microwave oven is opened accidentally, the oven will automatically shut itself off. All right, let's look at exercise B. Now you want to put either a positive phrases or participle phrases. Number 1, Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. It is 11 times larger than the Earth. You could actually just cross out a couple words to correct this one, couldn't you? What would you do? Jupiter, comma, the 5th planet from the sun. So cross out the is there, right? And just make it in a positive phrase. Jupiter, comma, the 5th planet from the sun, comma, then just cross out the it is 11 times larger than the Earth. All right. Number 2, we're going to now use a participle phrase. Vending machines were first developed by the ancient Greeks. They were not commonly used until the late 1800s. Interesting, right? Okay, so make a participial phrase. Vending machines, comma, what are you doing? First developed by the ancient Greeks, comma, were not commonly used until the 1800s. All right, and then the last one, exercise C. You're going to combine these simple sentences by combining the compound part or making them into sentences that have compound parts. So number 1, the tightrope walker looked calm. He looked confident. He looked relaxed. All right, how can we fix this? The tightrope walker looked calm, comma, confident, comma, and relaxed. Okay. Number 2, Cameron sanded the antique roll top desk. He stained the desk. He varnished the desk. Okay, now I want you to make it into one sentence using compound verbs. How would you do that? Cameron sanded, comma, stained, comma, and varnished the antique roll top desk. All right, and number 3. Sharks have skeletons made of cartilage. Lampreys have skeletons made of cartilage. Rays also have skeletons made of cartilage. Okay, make it into one sentence with compound subjects. How'd you do it? Okay, did you say sharks, lampreys, and rays have skeletons made of cartilage? All right, how did you do? That wasn't too hard. That's pretty easy, right? All right, so that's it for today for grammar. Tomorrow we will move on and talk about correcting a stringy style. All right, so be ready for that tomorrow, and I will see you then.